We are recording
Marcus
location YouTube.
Moore.
This is the churches playing like
Jason
they really care about homeless people
Moen.
when they really don't. This is a candlelight visual
John Nico.
for the dead homeless people, all 98 of them.
Daryl Nicole.
So churches have put this together
Peter Nilsson.
along with Hope, South Florida, at the
Omar
end of the year
Payret.
for tax purposes only.
Ernest Pelkey.
They really don't care about the homeless like they're playing like they do.
Jonathan Pearson. Andre Pink.
These were all the dead homeless people
John
that the
Polanco.
county and the city allowed to die.
Lloyd Pollard. Eddie Rancher. Michael Scherfius. Marlon Silver. Trent Sims.
This is
Douglas
all for
Slow.
publicity.
Lawrence Smith. John Snyder. Julie Stevens. Stephen Stewart. Rudy Sunderland. Rhonda Taylor. Brett Temple. Saquon Turner. Don Unruh. Ray Varney.
So I think that the county and the city should be
Gregory
responsible
Wallace.
for all the deaths of these homeless people because they have not
Larry
adequately
Womley.
provided housing. They have not provided
George
housing,
Wheaton.
but they have the money to do so.
Ethel Wiggins. Frederick Williams. James Williams. Edward Willis.
Once again, YouTube, you're reading off all the
Michael
dead homeless people in
Yellington.
Broward County.
Mark Yount. And John Zacco.
And this is a
We offer a
pastor
word of prayer before I
that has
offer my
never
message.
done anything for the homeless.
O Lord, most holy and gracious, we come humbly before you, aware that you asked each of us to love our neighbor, even as we love ourselves.
Yet and still, they won't
May
allow
this
anyone to stay
gathering
inside
this
the
night
church.
be an expression of our love, just the beginning, as we continue to be neighbor to one another. I offer this in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. We heard that since 1990, there have been homeless persons memorial around the United States. In every community, there are extensions of this type of event going on.
They're trying to
This
get
week.
more federal funding.
There were a couple years we didn't do it.
They really don't care
You
for the
know,
homeless.
that COVID crazy time.
They're trying to
Still
get more
going on a
COVID
little
money.
bit. But last year we said, you know what? We're going to have one. And I offered our church to host it for the very first time.
But she won't
I'd
offer her
attended
church
the
for
other
homeless
ones that
people
have
to
been
stay.
at Christ Church commercial. Christ Church was a church that this church helped start in the 1950s.
Why won't the church allow
This
homeless
church
people to
started
stay there?
5 different congregations. In fact, this was the only Methodist church in town back in the early 1900s. It's exciting to see you because you are filling the pew, but you're also showing up Isn't that what we're meant to do for one another? Imagine if you looked up at that list and you began to realize, I remember him. I remember seeing him at the bus stop. I didn't know he passed away. Those names represent your friends, people you
This
met
is so fake.
on the street. This particular service has been asked to be held near December 21, which is tomorrow, the longest night of the year. Knowing that being homeless, the night can seem long.
But they
Trying to
won't
find your
offer,
place.
the church
We're
won't
also asked to
offer
realize
you
that
to stay here.
homelessness can elevate the risks of our health and our well-being, our injury, and even our death. The average age, I don't know if you noticed that,
Exactly.
but the average
She
age
said on the list, but the pastor won't help no homeless people.
is 50. That's too young. We are asked to consider if this new year ahead of us could be different. Could we consider
We're gonna be
who
continuing
needs
recording in a second
affordable
YouTube.
housing?